It's a good day for moving along. Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? I think I'm a closet morning person. Um, Maybe, kind of, not sure. Um, I got up an hour earlier today and I got so much stuff done, so many things done that I'm just like, um, what do we do next? My goal is to be done earlier in the afternoon. So when I come home this evening, we have drumming this evening. I am going to try like hell to get it on Restream. So that's my goal, just to get it on Restream today. We'll see how that goes. Um, and that will be 6 o'clock Eastern time. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Victoria, Katrina. So I have to figure out how to do the electronics of it. I don't know what this is. Hello. Um, don't know what that is. So, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. I have gentlemen going around the yard cleaning. Hopefully, they don't knock on the door because the dogs will go nuts. I'm surprised the dogs haven't heard of me. Get the body language. Aloha, Heidi. Yeah, I know. Well, they just came back in the driveway and they're picking up a bunch of stuff in the yard that is accumulated over time. Who has that? Like things that have accumulated over time. And it's just time to let it go. Let it go. Somebody else may have fun with it. Yes, indeedy. Be the needy. Oh, that coffee looks hot. But yes. So good morning. What kind of coffee is that? It's really good. Um, my husband is messaging. Everybody wants to message me at one time, so I'm going to mute that so I can give you my undivided attention. Good morning, Good morning, everybody. What this does is lets people know that I have big dogs in the house. So let's pull a card. Let's find a card. So the class from Monday will be put up in just a little bit. That is the Vicki McHale's human design class. If you missed it, it was very, very interesting. It was a lot of fun. It kind of gives you this like, look at that's me on paper. It was really cool. So after the class, I looked up Sam's, and it was so funny because Sam's filled up all the spaces. That little basset hound. Sam filled all the spaces that I was missing. So it was really, really interesting to see. So that class will be up later on in just a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna put it up on the. I think he's taunting me. In just a little bit. I feel like I need to ask this. Does anybody have anything like I know Katrina's getting her teeth today. So yay, Katrina, she's getting her new teeth today. Does anybody else have anything like really exciting going on? Because I feel like there's something like right there, like that. So Sam completes me. It's so interesting to see our charts, and I'm actually going to get with Vicki and see if she'll do a reading for both of us at the same time because she gave me some of his information on his chart, and she told me not to yell at him if he doesn't pick up his underwear on the floor. And I went, no, that's not going to happen. Anyhow, so off we go. And the dogs have decided that it's okay, and they're laying down. Good day, Jansen. Your son is coming home on leave soon. That's exciting. That's exciting. Congratulations, Pam. Hopefully you have a wonderful visit. I'm sure you will. I forgot when I put my coffee in this Hawaii cup that it stays like lava for hours. 4 hours. I can put the lid on this cup and it will be like that at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'm starting a new summer job and starting classes at BGSU this fall. Who is this? Who is all I see is Facebook user? Your friend, love. They're out there cleaning. So he's like, how about this? And I'm like, take it. Anyhow, I see you guys were off in the talking on the side. Adriana, awesome. Okay. I'm so glad your friend loved her Witch's Ball. We've been shipping Witch's Ball all over the place. So if you haven't seen the Witch's Balls, you guys, they're really cool. They're in the shop. You can go to mymysticallife.com to the shop, or you can go to the Mystical Moons and you can get to the online store both ways. So the Witch's Ball are really cool. Beth Fry, you're coming out tonight. We have a drumming circle tonight at 5 o'clock p.m. because it will be done by 6, which is, Lord, I don't know. Check the events. Okay, so you guys, good afternoon. There's so much lawn cleaning going out. You're going to be in Mackinac this weekend. Have a good time, Lori. Have a good time. Mackinac is beautiful. So we were talking about that cruise, you guys, right? We were all talking about a cruise, the My Mystical Life cruise, but then I was at the town meeting and they said, hey, don't forget, April 13th of next year is the summer solstice, or not summer solstice, is the total eclipse that happens to go directly over our house. Like we're right in the middle of the celebrating retirement. Lori is retired. Congratulations. But that's going to go directly over our house. So we're going to have it set up where we can do dry camping out here in the field. We have one field that we don't have horses in. We'll keep mowing just for this. But you can bring your camper and dry camp, or you can tent camp, however you want to do it. But we will have the solstice, the eclipse go directly over our house. And we're very excited about that. We think that's going to be really awesome. So what are we talking about this year? October, Zenny. We have October. We'll be here at the shop for October. We have the Witch's Brew, and it's going to be a psychic fair as well. So people that are My Mystical Lifers have first dibs at coming in and being a reader for this. We already have, good morning, Michael. We already have Heidi's going to be doing a healing session, and Rachel Coda's coming in to read. I believe Angela Maynard's coming in to do numerology. And Tanya Lee's coming and doing mediumship gallery. Angela, was I correct in that? Am I remembering that correctly, that you wanted to come for October and do numerology? Am I remember that correctly? If not, say, Lisa's out of her mind. And I'll be okay with that because la la, la la la. So, but I can't, I thought that was in my brain, but I couldn't quite remember. Anyhow, yes, for the first 2 days. That's right. That's right. For the first 2 days, we'll have Angela Maynard here. And Victoria, she reads in the shop. She'll be there as well. So, we have so many things that we want to do. And I have to tell you that life is fleeting, right? As we get older, as Sam and I get older, we're discovering that life is just this, right here. And it's such an incredible thing that we get to experience all of these really amazing things in our human existence. And so many of us, my friend and I, Shannon, were talking about this morning. When we were kids, our parents did fun things. God, please don't knock on the door again. Our kids did fun things. Good morning, Linda. And by fun things, I mean, they had a cabin at the lake. We went to the lake all the time. We had one. My friend's family had one. And of course, we live here. We have lots of lakes up here, right? So this is a common thing up here. We live on Lake Erie every day in the summer. I either sat and watched Westerns with my dad, or I went fishing with my mom. So we always did these fun things. What do you guys do? Do you guys carve out time to go do fun things? Or do you carve out time and you go, I have this to do this day, and 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 then leave very little time for yourself? This is me. And yes, breathe. You can control your stress by controlling your breathing. It's pretty amazing. It's true. We worked in the fields, no time for fun. Good morning, Heather Johns. How are you? Beautiful. So Sam and I have been in the market for a boat. And we have decided, he spent time in the lake as a kid. I spent time in the lake as a kid. We love to fish, and there's nothing better than Lake Erie perch and walleye. I mean, really. So we've been looking for a boat, and that's what we're doing. And Mr. Fry is going to look at another one tonight. And we are scheduling fun time. We're scheduling fun time. That's why our schedule is changing. That's why we're not going to be open on Sundays. It's because we see, Victoria says, my lovely ADD won't let me plan more than like a day in advance. Even when I do, my plans change because I want to do things with the kids. I do it because of my ADD. I plan because of my ADD. I have to. So he's going tonight. We looked at it last night, and we're going to go look at it again tonight. He's going to look at it again tonight, and he'll come home and he'll tell me whether he bought a boat or not. And we're super excited because if it's not this boat, it will be a boat. And we need to have time for ourselves. And I think that's important to realize that we need to disengage. And the first thing people want to say is go meditate. We have kayaks. I love kayaking. It's a lot of fun. Go meditate, whatever. But sometimes it's not just that little bit of time that's going to really disengage. I mean, you can disengage in meditation and go to a different place and come back with great information. But I'm talking about going out and having fun with family. When we were kids, we went and had picnics. Did you guys have picnics as kids? And who does picnics now? Like, do you pack a lunch and go to a park and have a picnic? I know people do. I see people do it. But we haven't done it. When we were kids, we used to pack. Everybody brought something. We all met at the park. We all did stuff, So that's what we're getting back to. And guess what? Yeah, it's important, right? It's important. But the boat we're looking at, we needed the best of both worlds. We needed fishing, and we want to go camping on the lake as well, and maybe tour the Great Lakes. So we had to get a boat that did both. And so that's what we're looking at. But anyhow, if I get up an hour earlier, this is me. If I'm up at 6, I got so much done. I did picnic lunches with my son often, especially when traveling. Right. Awesome. Great. You used to with your daughter when she was small. And here's the thing. We did it with our children and we found it incredibly relaxing. Why don't we do it for ourselves? Right? There's some peace to be found sitting in a lawn chair next to the river or sitting in the gazebo, right? There is. So we're working smarter, not harder. That's what we're doing. I already have 3 months worth of meditations in the log already. I'm going to be building up our meditations and our hypnosis sessions and all those things until I have a year's worth. And I can sit back and go, guess what? I have some classes already recorded. Let's throw those out this evening. Are we psychics as well? Yes, we are. Carnell, yes, we are. But we talk about real world stuff too, because we don't have to all be woo-woo. We don't have to all be about, ooh, and this is all, all that. We have real world problems, right? I will pay for my share of gas to go fishing. She's like, look at her. I love you guys. Heather, you're invited. And the way to see the boat is really cool. If this is the one we get, it's really cool. Okay. We're talking Put-in-Bay, sleeping at Put-in-Bay kind of stuff. Pate. No, okay. All right, let's see. Let's not use cards today. Sometimes you pick up lunch and watch the Mississippi roll by. No, here goes that. Okay. If you have 2 ponds at your house, you can fish anytime. We used to have fishing ponds. Our pond in the back used to have like a bass in it. It was huge black bass. It only had one eye. I can't make this up. And our pond flipped, and we had blue-green algae poisoning, and it killed all of the fish, and they came up. Yeah, killed 2 dogs too. It was not a good thing. Okay, so let's talk. No, we're not going to talk. Wicked-Bay, wicked fun and Put-in-Bay. Yes, I know. Okay. Let's see. Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a whoop whoop to see who's in the room? Cards are a tool, right? Cards are a tool. By the way, we have psychic development class coming up. And it starts. This isn't the right one. How do I not have? This is the shop one. The other one's at the shop. So let me tell you when psychic development starts. And this is in person and online. So you'll be able to take the class online and in person. And I will get that set up today. And it's going to be $20 a class. And I'm doing it that way because I want people to be able to jump in and out. If you can't make a class, I don't want you to feel like you're missing out. I'm going to make it very fluid so people can jump in and out. And that is My Mystical Life. And the psychic development class is, no, don't do that. Go back. Go back, I say. No, go back, I say. The psychic development class is on the 15th. So that's at 5 o'clock. It's at 6 o'clock our time, Eastern time, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So I can't believe I didn't change that one. I missed one. And it's $20 a class. So that starts on the 15th, and it will be interactive. It'll be on the Zoom room, so everybody can be involved in it. And if you've taken the psychic development class before, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun because I think that the psychic development helps you realize just how amazing you are. That's it. That's the whole point, right? Fishing confuses me. I wouldn't eat them, so it just seems cruel to fish. Maybe Long John Silvers or red lobsters afterwards. God, Michael. So we eat them. We absolutely eat them, or they're thrown back. There is no waste there. When you grow up on Lake Erie, you learn to like perch. You're going to eat the perch. You are going to look here. You're going to eat some perch. But I get it. A lot of there's people that don't like to fish, and Jansen's like, love me some perch. But it's anyways. Ooh, look at there's a troll. There's a troll. Oh, not anymore. Or murderers. Silence of the fins. Something about Lake Erie perch is it's like almost like buttery. It's really good. Okay, anyways, moving on. Moving on. So I saw my whoop whoop up here. Let's do it. Elizabeth Alexander. So I know Elizabeth comes into the shop, and I don't do a whole lot of reading in the shop, you guys. It's really funny. I just don't do it. I don't even approach it like that, because I feel like that would take time away from if I was trying to read and do the shop at the same time. Sometimes if I have somebody covering, I'll do readings. So I want to talk about the instant feeling I have for you, Elizabeth, of how to put this, almost like there's like I want to cry, almost like somebody punched me in the nose and kind of offended me a little bit. And that's really what it felt like. It felt like, when you somebody flicks you on the end of the nose and your nose stings and you're like, what the hell would you do that for? Right? That's the feeling I get. The what the hell would you do that for? Why would you say something like that? Why would you be that way? And your energy doesn't understand that energy. Your energy wants to be like, you know what? Come with me. Let's walk. Let's talk. Let's grow. Let's be more. And that's your energy. And you have this, I see, hi, Lisa Fry, heart, and I can't see who you are. You have this energy, and it's so funny. You have this guy that in one side, you want to just be out there throwing rose petals around going, come on, everybody, just love everybody. God dang it. Just be that person. And so your brain has a hard time understanding negative, icky people. But your guides say that there is an absolute reason you're this way. There's an absolute reason this is your energy. Hi, Nancy. There's a reason this is your energy. There's a reason that you are geared this way and they're geared this way. I need you to know that there's somebody in this lifetime, in this particular lifetime for you, that's going to teach you, or I don't think you've gotten it yet. But I think they're going to teach you a lesson, and it's going to be a hard lesson. And you're going to, where you're going to be on this lesson is figuring out how to let go, figuring out how to be kind when you want to be mean. And this is, we all go through this, right? This is kind of a blanket thing. We all go through this, but it's going to feel like somebody stuck you right through the heart, and you just don't understand their behavior. And that's the part of this. That's your lesson. Learning how to get past that and still be that person that wants to throw rose petals around and not turn bitter. They're telling me to pull my tarot cards. They're not here. They're just not here. Is there a deck there? I'll pull these. Okay. I have these. This is a really old deck of cards. It's actually Sam and I's first deck of tarot. Well, maybe our second deck of tarot cards. And they sit in this little box. Best boxes for cards, you guys, swear to God, are telephone boxes, phone boxes. How do I let you see my name? You go to My Mystical Life on Facebook. So you type in facebook.com/My Mystical Life 1. My Mystical Life 1. So you go to facebook.com/My Mystical Life 1. And you'll be on the, we can see you from the page. Okay. So Elizabeth, I'm supposed to pull your card. This is it's an excellent deck, and I don't use it very often. I stopped using cards. I can see now, Autumn. I stopped using these particular cards a long time ago because it scared the shit out of me. And I didn't know any much about tarot at the time. And after taking Tanya's class, I feel a little bit more comfortable. But these are accurate. These cards never lie. Cards never lie anyways, but these will cut you off at the knees. I think that's it. That's it. This deck will cut you off at the knees. Judgment, Elizabeth. And this goes both ways. I'm supposed to tell you, when you're standing in the face of judgment of others, be okay with it. Be okay with it because it's their problem, not yours. But at the same time, when you're standing and looking at other people and going, this is what I don't like about you, hold the mirror up again. Hold the mirror up again. So what they're saying is, good morning, Tabitha. They're saying it's time to look into the inward and do some mirror work. It's time to look inward and do some shadow work and figure out what are some of the things that you're not liking about people and why, right? I would love cut off in these. But this deck of cards here, you guys, this is how Tanya and I kind of really connected. I was doing a reading for Tanya. It was the first time I think I really talked to her. And I was doing a reading for Tanya and I pulled this deck. I'm like, I feel really pulled to this deck. And I pulled from this deck, or it's something along the lines that she goes, oh my God, I've never seen anyone else with that deck of cards. And it's her first original deck of cards too. And so yeah. Okay. All right. So moving on, but that's what I need you to know. It's time to maybe do some shadow work. And you'll cut off some of that painful lesson later. You'll be prepared for it. The rule for kiddos are you are being safe and kind. Adults need to learn the same. Absolutely. Absolutely. Found fishing relaxing. One time was fishing with some guys, wasn't catching anything. They said, you said you like to fish. I said, yeah, I didn't say I was good at it. Sam doesn't like fishing it with me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the fish whisperer. Can I get a whoop whoop to see who is in the room? Give me a whoop whoop so we know who's in the room so that I can see who I'm drawn to. Let's see what else we have going on. We have a healing session Friday evening coming up. I'm not sure if we're opening that up in the shop or not. We should. That'd be fun. Then we have on the 16th, we have Dragon Breath Hypnosis. Don't ask me. I just record it. No, but it's a really good hypnosis session. If you're a gold or above, that's in there. We are going to do something special on the 21st for summer solstice. Sorry, guys. They got loud. And if you want to get in on that, we can do that as a live and show what we're doing, but it's going to be something done in shop because we have the jars and the herbs and all that there. I think I can get it out to people in time if they want to purchase the jars to make their own jars, but I'm waiting on the shipments to come in now. People don't like fishing with you either. Huh? Mary Lynn, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, putting my cards back down. They say put the cards down. It's so funny. Your guides are like, okay, you're done with those cards right now. Put them down. Fine. Quit being so bossy. Victoria Moore. Have I read for you before, Victoria? I don't know what I'm going to say. I have no idea. It's so funny. You have a guide that's hysterical. She's like, I'm a tarot girl living in a tarot world. So she's talking about, it's a female guide. She's talking about, and then I know you do runes. I know you do runes. So it seems counterintuitive, right? What she's talking about is drama. She's talking about drama and dramatic people. It's time to cut dramatic people back. Yeah. It's time to cut dramatic people back. You don't have to cut them out. Just cut them back. And I want you to know that they're talking about an arpeggio. Music people, Lori Spears. They're talking about an arpeggio. And you're like one note from being like la, like that, right? And when you hit that top note, when you hit that on top of the world feeling, I need you to know that you can maintain that. You can maintain that. If you have the mindset that says, well, I have these ups and I have these downs, right? I want you to skip that mindset. I want you to, I'm always up. I'm always awesome, because it seems as if they're keep giving you an arpeggio, which is this la 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 la, going up and back down. And if you ever say, what next? What else could go wrong? Why me? All those things? Nay, nay. Because what happens then? All those things. So I want you to, when you start to feel like this is awesome, I want you to hold that feeling. And I want to hold that feeling in your heart. And I want you to carry on with that, because that is where you can stay. You're a master manifester. Why not me? Right? Right? I love that story. I love that story. It is the story of me. Because that was me. That was, why me? Good thing they're loud. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, so moving on. And they keep going, but I have to reiterate. You're like one step away from this really incredible top of the world feeling. Okay, moving on. Nancy Bulliard. Nancy. Ooh. I'm supposed to pull you 3 cards as I close this window. Which didn't do a lot of help. Okay. Just my knee. Ouch. My grandpa always said aloud, how shush your dog mouth. Stop it. Okay. Yeah, but they're cleaning the yard. So there's dragging stuff around. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Nancy. Gotcha. Perfect. This deck is so creepy. This deck is creepy good. It's just really, I should use this deck more often. I know I should use this deck more often. It's telling me, yeah, you should. Leave me sitting over in a box, ignoring me all the time. Okay, I want to talk about where you are in life right now. You know that you are loved. You know that you have that supporting factor behind you, and you know that there are days that you just feel filled up to the brim, that you know that you're just safe and secure, right? And then there's days, these are all cups. I need you to know, did my feed stop? Are you here, Nancy? Are you here, Nancy? Nancy, can you hear me? So when we have a one of all of one suit come up in a reading like this, okay, they're like, pay attention, really pay attention. And your life is ruled by emotion. Your life is ruled on this roller coasters of up and downs and emotions, and there's not a whole lot of even keel. Okay. Because now I have this card that says and unfortunately, everybody, I like to read cold. I like to read when I don't know somebody, I know nothing about. That's why a lot of times if I have a lot of members on here, I won't read members. I'm reading for who my guides tell me to read for today. That's why I said I'm not going to be doing cards. I'm going to be going totally off intuition, no tools, except now they're telling me I need them for just, fun, whatever. But I know some of her background, and that always makes me feel like I'm cheating, but the cards don't fall this way without wanting to say, pay attention to what's going on. Because this one person is getting your goat in life right now. And they're in your line. You know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I have to tell you, right? They're in your family line. They're in that cup line, that emotional center, that emotional line. And they... Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Go to work. Hold on. Go to work. Okay. Sorry. There's my husband. Every once in a while, the guy needs help outside. So there we are. Lay down with your dog lips. So, you know who I'm talking about. And it's reversed as well, which means discord in the emotions, right? Giving you a hard time, giving you grief. You have this one person that's so supporting your life. That's an emotional thing. That is the total link, you know, I know you know that's your husband. And then there's this other person that's like, let me see if I can put you in an emotional roller coaster. And by the way, they enjoy that a little bit, right? They enjoy that a little bit. So, but what I need you to know is the one thing that you have control over is how you handle situations. And I think you've kind of forgotten that. Like the situation, if you approach a situation as I'm going to stay even keel, I'm not going to be totally upset about it. I know that things are going to fall the way they're going to fall because that's just the way, and I can't change everything. Then you go forward nice and straight and steady, keeping an even temperament in the situation. These are all 3 cups, right? Feel that stability, know that you're loved. You go into things knowing this person wants to get you, needle you, get your goat, right? That's it. That's it. Let me see how I can irritate this person. But if you know that you're supported and you know that this other person is doing that, you can be very, very calm and collected when you move forward. You can be in charge of the situation. And I think you've kind of missed that. You've kind of forgotten that, and you've let it influence you so strongly that it just puts you into a tailspin. A tailspin, right? Okay. I'm supposed to pull you one more card. This deck, man, you don't see me pull it out very often. But today it was like, yeah, here I am. Let's do it. Because this is what happens to you when you don't go even keel. You are withdrawn. You feel as if you're being robbed of either time or of time, right? And introverted. It's time to move on and be in charge. Hey, Power Rangers. Good morning, Vicky McHale. It is time to be in charge of all that. Instead of be a victim of it, be in charge of it. I hope that makes sense because that's what they say. Okay. It is an art of mastering that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can I get a whoop whoop so I can see who is in the room? You'll notice I do that right before I call a name. That's why I do it, because then we have lurkers. Don't be a lurker. Make sure we know you're here so that I can read for you if you possibly, right? Woo! I got up this morning, you guys. I did my Qigong. I just feel good. I feel good. Okay. Megan Jason. Is that how it is? Did I say it right? That makes sense, Nancy? Sometimes hard to hear. Megan Jason. Did I say it right? You're up at 6:15. Yeah, but it's a great time to start the morning. I need to be up earlier. I just need to be up earlier because it helps me get more things done and I can relax easier in the evening. Close, very close. Okay, I'm so, close, but no cigar. It's okay. Megan. Megan, were you in the shop yesterday? I have this breathless feeling like, nope. Okay. This is good. Okay. I was like, I only see this tiny little thing. I don't get to see you guys' full face. So I want to talk about this breathless feeling I have, like anticipation, right? The other thing I pick up is hi, Myra's new. Everybody give Myra a good morning. Good morning, Corey Johnson. How are you this morning? I'm calling BS on relaxing in the evening. I'm trying, honey. I am trying. I'm working on it. I want to talk about anxiety as well, Megan. I want to talk about anticipation of things that could cause you stress, right? Who doesn't? You need to take things a little bit slower. Okay. This is what I'm going to say. I think you should take situations that concern you. Good afternoon from Scotland. I think you should take some situations that are concerning you and segment them out. Don't take everything all at one time. I think you're kind of one of those people that looks at the whole and goes, that's so insurmountable. I think that maybe you need to start looking at maybe this little section and this little section and this little section and this. You don't hear a ladder against the house, honey. That's metal. It's the sprayer. They got it on the trailer. So stop looking at everything as a whole, as a great big huge problem. Start looking at little things and saying, you know what? I can tackle this little thing today and this little thing tomorrow and this little thing the next day, instead of looking at everything all at one time. And they're specifically talking about like clearing things out, like looking at things like this mess or this closet or these things. And it's time to start purging your area and cleaning everything out that doesn't serve you anymore. They really want you to clean. And I'm not saying, you have to clean your house or anything, but they're showing you sweeping out old stuff, letting in new stuff, making room for new things. That's what they're doing. That's what this does. Making room for new things. I'm glad, because you're letting yourself get overwhelmed. And it's time to just go, it'll happen when it happens. I can do this. This is for me too. I can do this when I can do this. Mr. Fry, she's already claimed a spot on the boat. And and give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. That's what I'm doing. 10 square feet at a time. Purging things that don't serve you. It's how do you know that affects our emotions? Our surroundings like that affect our emotions. It's probably why I feel that I had threw out suitcases, you guys, suitcases. And there was nothing wrong with them, but they were old and they were cloth. And I was like, but just the fact that I had a problem with it was a problem. Because I would never take them to Goodwill because I couldn't let them go. It was so ridiculous. So I have to assess that and figure out why, right? So, but that's what I have for you. And I'm supposed to pull you a card. I'm supposed to pull you a card, but not from this deck. They want something. Huh, okay. All right, I understand. Thank you. So they want to talk about flight. That's actually what they say is flights of fancy. They want to talk about looking at the stars. They want to talk about being excited about something that you don't know nothing about, but wow, is it really cool? And you want to know more. So they're saying if you want to go back to school, if you want to learn something, you want to take an online class, you want to do something like that, don't hesitate. Jump on that. Be there and just be there for yourself and learn something new. Yeah. We are out in the middle of nowhere, Heather. I can't put it on the curb. Like seriously, that's our hayfield. You know that. It's hard to let things go when it's past loved ones. Oh yeah, I get that. I do. Assimilating things into the home and deciding what not. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. So they want to talk about you being an air energy. And this deck of cards is one of the major cards. And they're talking about that air energy and that you're overthinking things. You're overthinking things. And you need to, I hate to put it that way. You're overthinking things. You're thinking about everything that this might have meant to somebody. But if you were to reach out with your intuition, because everybody's an intuitive, right? If you were to reach out energetically and say to this loved one, what would I do with this? Would you keep this if you were in my situation? Does this mean anything to you now? And see what they have to say about that. And I know some people do this, some people don't, right? And it's so funny. And I have the last couple of days, we're looking at this boat, and Sam knows this about me. I am. We grew up with very little. And that makes me hold on to money a little bit tighter than I probably should. And since living with Bill and taking care of Bill, I've learned that there's a flow to things, right? When you let things go, wonderful things come back. And I've been struggling over this boat thing because on one hand, I really, really want to find that peace and that relaxation that we both need, because trust me, you guys, I run Sam ragged. I do. To the point where sometimes he gets mad at me in the evening because I won't sit down. And then I go sit down because so I'm learning that. And I am learning that part of that is letting go of some things, which might be money, to go buy a boat to find those times, right? Because I'm looking for new times like that. And as I was sitting there at dinner last night, actually it happened before last night too, but as I was sitting there at dinner last night and I was voicing to Sam that I was stressed and about doing this, and Bill goes, I didn't tell this to Sam. We're sitting there at dinner and Bill goes, buy the boat. And I was like, well, and he's like, buy the boat. So I don't know if it's this boat, but a boat. And I know exactly what Bill's saying. And for those of you that don't know Bill was, my father lived with Bill for a year. He was online every once in a while, and he passed away quite harshly. And he would have said, buy the boat. So he's saying, live life, don't work it. Live life, don't work it. Yeah, we're listening to him because, enjoy the moments. That's what we need to do, right? We need to enjoy moments. Ooh, throwing stuff. Bill was cool as hell. He was cool as hell. He really was, you guys. And, you just got to see his online. The man could hold a conversation. Whew. You do that, Myra, overthinking. Yeah. I think we all do to a degree, right? Okay. So Clean your closet. I know you said you cleaned your closet. And it's hard to let go of stuff. But if you ask, they'll answer you. He definitely said fine vote. He did. He really did. It's not the first time he said it like 3 times now. And I'm like, fine. Sam says she hears Bill, but does not listen well sometimes. Yeah, he's around. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, it's amazing online energy. He really did. He would have made a wonderful like podcaster, but at the end, his brain didn't get enough oxygen, and the last years he just didn't have enough oxygen to really comprehend electronics. He was so frustrating. But whatever. Okay, moving on. Vicky says, I have little attachments to things. My memories are in my head, but if my pantry is bare or I need batteries, I meet on sale, I might be a hoarder. I had somebody say to me today, I asked him why we were keeping motorcycles in the back of the barn in my stall. And his answer was, I'm hoarding them. And I said, we're not doing that anymore. And he says, who's we? And I thought, anyways, moving on. He did. He had a wonderful attitude towards life. His attitude was, and since I didn't grow up with him, I didn't meet Bill until I was 25-ish. It was put it out there and it'll come back. And it did. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Throw your hand up in the air. Say a me. Give me a me. Whoop, whoop, me. Something like that. Megan, I also want to say you have extraterrestrial ties. Very, very Andromedan feeling energy to you as well. And you can look that up on Google. Andromedan. Diana Bradley. Diana. I'm heading over to my tarot deck, Diana. I'm heading over to my tarot deck, Diana. Just giving you plenty of warning. That is not how you're supposed to reply to a reading. Oh, shit. No, seriously. So you have somebody from the other side. I want to, you have a love-hate relationship with the tarot deck. Yeah. Diana, I have to tell you, you have somebody on the other side talking about moonshine or something about the moon, like moonbeam or moonshine, or there's the moon, something about the moon. And I wonder if this is a male energy, but they're talking about like, hey, moonshine or starshine, or look at the moon, or this is this weird thing about the moon and looking at the night sky together. So I hope you know who that is, because they're like, aha, and now my ears just buzzing. And they need you to know that they're around. They just need you, that's all. That's it. They want you to know they're around. Don't feel alone. Don't feel stressed. They say you're going to feel stressed. You're not going to listen. That you're hard-headed, but also one of the kindest people they ever knew. You love the moon. You stare at it all the time. Something about the moon. Is this Yaz, dude? Oz? No, it's not Oz. No, I'll be doing channeling trans mediumship on the 23rd. I'll be doing trans mediumship on the 23rd. That's when we will be talking to Oz, maybe. I don't know, because the last 2 times, did we talk to Oz last time? The time before that, we talked to Celine, the Titan Celine, which was like way out of left field. And I come out of it and we figured out who it was. And I was like, what the hell? Me as well. What moon brings me a lot of comfort as well. So Diana, here's the first card. Oh God. Oh, God. Diana, hold on, man. Hold on to your drawers. Here we go. No, Diana has a past loved one that brings me Ozzy Osbourne messages for her. Oh, oh shit. Wow, that was a hell of a way for that to land. 2 of them. Okay. Lord, Diana. Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, that Oz is an interesting being, isn't he? He is an interesting. How do you be a part of that collective and have that dry sense of humor is what I don't get. Oh, awesome. We'd love to have it. You know that, Heather. Okay. Okay, wait to pull the last one. Oh, no, okay. So I want to talk about your strife and your turmoil. And the people that are not working for you that think oh, this is interesting. The people that are putting on this face and acting like they're working for you, but they're working against you. You need to watch out for that. Lots of in and outs, lots of one side. Listen to my side. All that. And then there's the person that sees everything. There's the person that sees everything around you. And this is somebody that's going to be a lot of guidance for you, right? This is the person that says, okay, let's look at this. Let's slow down. Bring your brain and your heart back to center. Know that what you're about in life is good. And this person is the person that's like, y'all need to leave her alone. Just lay the hell off. Why are you giving her a hard time? And this is your champion. This is your champion. And your shoulder and your rock. And here's you. Notice it's in reverse though, right? So this is actually saying you've made up your mind, but it might have to change a little bit. You've made up your mind, but there's something in there that you're going to have to look at a little bit differently as time goes on. And you're going to have to do, actually have someone saying a Band-Aid on something, putting a Band-Aid on something. You're going to have to be a little bit mobile in something along the way. Something's going to change where you're going to have to go, okay, this is a different scenario. Now let's do this and make things change that way. I don't know if this is a paperwork kind of thing. They show me writing. So they're talking about something might need to change. Does this make sense to you so far? I normally don't ask that, but because I'm like, take it, don't take it. It's not my information. But I'm supposed to ask that because I'm pulling another card. And yelling does no good. Can't make this up. Because judgments are being made and they're not correct. And it's not judgments you're making, but it's judgments other people are making and they're not correct. They're not correct. So you need to stand on that, right? Lean backwards onto your champion, that person that's there for you. I have 3 cards. 3 cards that come out. I know what the top one is, so we'll go from there. Because nobody wants to be that person in the middle, right? You're having to think these things out. You're the one that's having to process things. You're the one that's going to have to be the person in the middle of all of the fighting. And I'm so sorry for that. You're going to have to be that person in the middle of all the fighting. And that's why you're going to be judged, is because not everybody's going to like your decisions. And once again, this is why I don't like reading for people that are in the membership or that I know, because I know some of the things going on in the background. I don't know everything though. I absolutely don't know everything. I know an outline. That's about it. But you know, there's still things that are going to come out. I need you to know that there's still things that are going to be coming out, and you're going to be going, holy crap, I didn't see that one coming. But you have to take this with a grain of salt. You have to be like, I can ride this wave. I can ride this wave, because not all things are never permanent, right? All things pass. You're lighting things up that people are going, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. And the people are going to be viewing things differently because you're holding up the light. And it might surprise you too. This hair is driving me absolutely batshit crazy. It might surprise you too. It might surprise you too. But it's okay. It'll be fine. And then the other thing is, make sure you're not chasing things that are, chase realities. Don't chase things that you know will never come to pass. Okay. In my whatevers, I think this is Apollo. And she's chasing Apollo, which is really interesting to me, because Apollo is the sun. Apollo is that light, right? And here she is in total darkness with a light by the moon, and she still can't see that light. Wow, what a really cool card. Your guides are good, man, because this is like, wow. She still can't see the light of Apollo. She can't see the light of the sun. She's blind to it, because she still feels like she's in the dark, and she's still looking for a way, and she's still trying to figure it out. But it's right there in front of her. It just feels fleeting, like she's always trying to reach for something that's just not accessible. And for you, I think that's peace. I think that's peace at the moment. Never be afraid to share with others, because there are people that understand. People that have been through the same thing, and they're willing to listen. Never be afraid to share. I hope that makes sense. Good Lord, how many cards was that? They're like, oh yeah, we're going to cut her off of the knees. We're going to tell her. We're going to tell her how it is. This deck. This deck is amazing. Okay. Are you there? Diana, can you hear me? For sure think you needed to hear that today. I hope so. It's just one of those things. We all need every once in a while we need to hear that. What deck is that? That is they don't make it anymore. I don't believe. It's called the Mythic Tarot. And this was made, this deck, it's yellow. This was copyrighted in, wow. 1986. Oh crap, we've had this deck a long time. Well, it's almost as old as our marriage. Seriously. Sam and I will have been married 35 years next year. 34 in September. We were reviewing some things, and we've discovered that our My Mystical Life anniversary is actually in July 16th. It's not June 16th. That's when I started working on the webpage, and I didn't open it up till we didn't open it. We didn't open it up until July. 1986, my love. It was made in 1986. We had that deck. That's the deck that scared the crap out of your friend. That's the deck that scared the crap out of Tracy back when we lived in Florida. And we put it away because, first of all, we didn't know a lot about it, but it was so creepy on the messages that we went, never mind. Yeah, that was my door closing. You heard noise? That was the door closing. I'm gonna read this because she's like, Renee's like, don't be a lurker, be a My Mystical Life coffee chat time participant. And if you do, you'll be so happy. Happy you did. So Lisa say, give me whoop, whoop, whoop. So I know who's in the room. Don't be lurky. Be happy. Oh, be happy. Woo, 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 woo. Don't lurky, be happy, man. Oh my God. Okay. And with that, I'm going to go to work. Yep. Drum and Circle tonight. Check the event on page. I can't believe I don't have it here. All right. Everybody, if you haven't liked the page, please like the page, whichever page you're on. And if you're local, please come into the Mystical Moons in Defiance, Ohio. And yeah. Word vomit. So, in other words, find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. All right. I will talk to you guys later.